I'm Jade Scipioni here from Fox Business. Rob, how in the world did you end up getting involved in this? Shouldn't you be in the football field?
The games just wrapped. Do you think it's hard for athletes who are about to retire to find themselves after the Olympics? Oh, I gotta talk trade talks. Will you be at the Seattle Seahawks next year? What's left for you to prove? You've done so much. Do you need that ring? Man, the myth, the legend. We're live here with Tony Hawk.
So, you're 19 years old. Why was this the right time to write a memoir?
What do you think that you have that sets you apart and why you've become so successful?
Donald J. Trump will become the 45th president of the United States. And while he didn't get a lot of support from Washington, he did get early support from Congresswoman Marsha Blackburn, who joins us now. What is your reaction to the massive deal between Bayer and Monsanto? So how much does it cost?
Well, you know what? You can ask me that question all day long. It is priceless.
Partnership, but what's going to be your role in the company? Are you just the name? Are you getting involved in the business aspect of it?
Actually, he's involved in all aspects. He's involved in the influencer side, helping posting, looking at the structure of the company, make sure we're bringing in the right partnerships. Like, there's some really great people involved, and he adds a lot of fuel to the fire.
All right, talking about great people, tell me about your investors, funding. Bring us up to speed.
So we closed a pretty good sized round.
How much?
1.2 million, and we did that in less than a month and a half.
You've been at the helm for 4 months now. How's it going so far? So my last question, creamy or crunchy? Tyson Foods, the largest U.S. meat company, got its start from the Great Depression and became an American household name during World War II. Now, 80 years later, the company wants to lead the industry forward. Just this past month, it announced plans to eliminate the use of antibiotics in some of its poultry. But like any big food company, it has faced its share of controversies, from chicken abuse to price fixing. And just this week, Tyson announced efforts to contain a strand of bird flu in a Tennessee farm.
You know, we do a lot. We have 114,000 people, like I said. We have 100 plants. We have 11,000 family farms that we work with. And so there's a lot that can go wrong. And I think every once in a while there are some particular things that do go wrong, and you know, then it paints a brush on everybody.
But the company's new CEO, Tom Hayes, said he's looking to change people's perception of the brand and move the company towards sustainability to feed the growing population.
Our new purpose as a company is to continue to raise expectations for the good that food can do. Big food is often seen as potentially bad. And I think in order for us to feed those 9 billion, we got to get in the game to say, how do we come up with solutions, innovations?
He said eliminating the use of antibiotics is a big first step. Why did you make that move? Why was that important?
So we just got to the point last year where we said, look, the consumer is demanding this. Like I said, want transparency. They want to have trust in the brands that they buy. And let's push ourselves.
Do you visit the factory farms?
Yes, I do visit, first of all. And it's important for us to continue to make progress. We have done a lot of research, particularly on our poultry business, to understand what does a closed-loop farm of the future look like. And we have a vertical farming approach that takes about 60% less land for the barns, and it is a healthier environment for the birds, a lower stress environment because there's not interaction with humans that have been greatly reduced. And we have barns that collect the rainwater from the roofs in order to be used for grain irrigation, and a lot of things that are pushing our thinking.
Do you think the meat industry gets pounded on a lot?
Yeah, you know, I think the meat industry does, particularly processed meats, and so the consumer wants fresh and unprocessed. So some of it, for sure, the meat industry has gone through an evolution over time, and for us at Tyson Foods, it's no different through acquisition or otherwise. The company has grown, and there's been some things that certainly have changed. So we are trying to become less processed.
You invested 5% stake in Beyond Meat, which is a plant-based meat company.
Yeah.
Is that our future, you think? Are people headed down the plant-based route?
I think they are. So if you look at the FAO stats, protein consumption is growing around the world. It continues to grow. It is, not just hot in the U.S., it's hot everywhere. People want protein. And so whether it's animal-based protein or plant-based protein, they have an appetite for it.
He's known as the Record Man for working and creating some of the biggest names in music.
That's my favorite picture in the whole book.
Oh, really? Now L.A. Reid, the legendary producer and CEO of Epic Records, is opening himself up in his new memoir, Sing to Me.
It certainly isn't designed to hurt anyone. It was really supposed to be me laughing at myself because of out of the blunders, you know, and all those times I sort of hit the guardrail and had to bounce back. So that's a little bit of why I wrote it. Yeah.
What was the easiest part for you?
I don't know that there was an easy part. If it was probably though. Remembering like auditions, remembering Usher's audition, or remembering Pink's audition, or the day I met Avril Lavigne, like those things just really flow, because those were moments when I met, you know, artists that, you know, for me were life-changing.
Reed, who has been a key figure in the entertainment business for over 25 years, says the book was scary to write.
People that are in talent trust me, so I had to be very, very careful to not lose their trust, but at the same time be honest about what I experienced and how I felt.
He chronicles his ups and downs in the business and one of his biggest mistakes, Lady Gaga.
You know, signing her and then letting her go, which was a massive mistake. The truth is, even to this day, I've been wrong a lot more than I've been right. It's just that you don't get to hear about those.
Reed, who also served 2 seasons as a judge on the reality show X Factor, says the music business is thriving more than ever.
When people start to pay a subscription for music, then it'll be really great for the industry. It'll be really great for the talent, and it'll make it a sustainable business that people can invest in.
Reed says right now Spotify is one of the industry leaders in streaming music.
I personally prefer the on-demand model, and I'm seeing Spotify really win. And Apple Music is very important, and they have the wherewithal to outrun everyone, outpace everyone. It hasn't completely taken over, but those guys are not people that you bet against.
And the craziest part of his job? Dealing with people who want their shot at stardom.
I've had people literally take clothes off, and I say, you know, that's not appropriate here.
Wow.
I've had people go to great extremes, and I've had people actually scare me too. You know, I've had people jump from behind cars, like, scare me, and say, here's my CD. I'm like, really? I really want your CD right now, right? But people have tried some of everything.
Still, after 25 years, Reed says he has yet to find his greatest act.
When they walk in the door, yeah, I'll know. I just hope it's my door that they walk into.
I'm Jade Scipioni for FoxBusiness.com.